Yellow. So I was looking through my photos one day and I came across these old cat avatar things. There's like this some app thing where you could do it, which is clearly for your warrior cat OCs, especially when you see some of these backgrounds. And I saw this one and I thought, oh, that's cringe. And then I didn't know if I would delete or something, but then I more looked at it. Actually, I really liked it. I thought it was kind of cute, kind of cool. And I did have a little OC world about little science experiment animals, making it sound so innocent. But I thought, oh yeah, I can yeet this one in there. So I thought, oh, I'll draw it. And I didn't actually really change anything about it. I just pretty much kept it the same. Now, I did find some other ones that I will definitely have to redesign if I do them, because some of the things, like, you can't do all the colors the way you want in the avatar, or some of them are just a little overbearing. I have like two other, I may do it, I'm not sure yet, but I just wanted to do this one, and so that's what I'm doing. I thought it was cute. I also came across some of my old digital art, which I will definitely be redrawing some of those because I think that they were good ideas. At least this one was. I think this one was like a stuffed animals thing. I think it's cool. I still think it's cool. I just think that if I would draw it better, it would, be nice. So I'll definitely have to redraw that and I'll show you, the old one and the new one. I'll probably just do it the same way I did this one, where I put the old drawing up in the corner. And I did this on my phone using a sketchbook, so the screen's not as big as I would like it to be, but at least with the little picture in the corner, it makes it look a little less bland. So, yay! So I was debating whether I wanted to put music in this and just make it like a normal speed paint, but I kind of wanted to talk about the character and, like, the software I used to make it. Software. I can't really remember what the app was called. Something like Cat Avatar Maker or something like that. It actually is a really good app. It has like a load, like a butt ton of all these accessories and backgrounds and colors and like all these little tweaks you can do on it. It's very detailed, honestly, and I think pretty much all that stuff is like hand drawn. Allow me to like correct myself. It's not hand drawn. I meant like digitally drawn. They didn't use a pencil or anything, so that was probably obvious, but I still thought I'd correct my horrendous mistake. So, you're welcome. So someone took the time to draw all these things so you can do it. I made quite a bit back in the day when I used to use it. It actually just brought so much nostalgia to me to look back and to see it. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember when I do this. I remember when do this. My English. I remember when I did this. I remember when I made all these characters. I used to really like it. I didn't actually have lore or anything. I just made something up on the spot and was like, looks great. And then just deleted the ones I thought looked bad. But I actually don't got a name for this one yet. So if you guys have any name ideas, I'd love to hear them, because when it comes to OCs, naming is like my least favorite part. Because, I don't know, you gotta find the name that, like, fits them and the personality, and I'm not really sure what his personality is yet either. I'm not sure about anything other than what he looks like, I guess. He's not a warrior cat OC. Let's just get that out of the way. He's not. I know that the app I used was, like, basically a warrior cat OC thing, but, like, no. For one, warrior cats don't have wings, and I know, like, a lot of people give warrior cat OCs with wings, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just when I make a warrior cat OCs, which I do have warrior cat OCs, I make them like normal cats. And actually, all my warrior cat OCs come from like this one, what you call it? ClanGen. That's what it is. And my original one, I used the website, but then like they deleted the website all the way back down to the old version, so it deleted like over half of my clan's life, and like my favorite cats were like deleted, and I was really crushed, and I haven't played it since because I've been really mad about that. I have a few other clans that's in the actual app, but if I would get the app to try to make my OG clan, it would completely, like, what do you call it, I'd have to restart over, and like they'd be gone, and my favorite Spire Star and Fire Lotus and all of them. which I'm supposed to be making a meme on them. It's just that it's kind of rotting in Flip a Clip. It's been rotting for quite a few months. I've tried to work on it again, but the motivation isn't very motivating, unfortunately. I think I got it lost in that special place called the Abyss. My motivation loves to hang out in the Abyss. It's like its favorite spot, and it gets hard to reclaim it once it's gone. Eventually, one of these days in the future, I'll probably, maybe, hopefully finish it. I thought the meme idea was cute. I just haven't done it. I really need to start making more memes. Memes are they're just a lot. And then I look at some of these people's memes and how did you do that? How did you do that? They had to have dedication. Some of these memes, I'm like, this is so good, so beautiful. I'm almost in tears over here just because of the awe of beauty of just how pretty they are. You've seen those memes, they're just so good. And then I look at my memes and I'm like, wow, I guess that I'm just really lacking in that motivation compartment. Oh gosh, I don't know, and I can't blame it all on art block because that would be a lie. A lie, I say. So as you can see, I have so much faith in my wonderful talent. But yeah, I have been drawing since I could pick up a pencil. Because when I was younger, we didn't have devices and stuff. And when you don't have all this stuff, and then your parents are busy, you got to entertain yourself. And just the easiest and most accessible way to do that was to make stuff and to draw and color and play with stuff. So naturally, I grew up with a very hyperactive imagination. And so I would draw all the time. And eventually, I discovered this thing called OCs. I just tried it one day, and then I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Because not only can I imagine and draw, but now I have something I can draw a lot with a set design and make all kind of storyline. It's really fun. I didn't make my first OC till I was a little bit older. It was I can't remember. I was at least older than 7 when I made him. Because I'm classifying him as my first OC because he's the only character that I had that had a set design, several pictures, and actual bits of lore. I used to draw old picture stories of him. His name was Riff. I made a little meme about him actually. I've redesigned him twice because my little brain went, he must be a science experiment. So that means he's just a wolf with a mohawk, but it's okay. I'll call it a hyena mohawk. It'll definitely pass. And I don't really want to change him too much because, he's the original OC. I don't want to, change him too much. But since then, I've made more OCs for that world, my precious Xavier. I actually made him while listening to Polish Summit animation memes, and they definitely did not send my brain, wee or anything like that. I definitely wasn't watching one of the memes with the character with X eyes. Shh, you didn't hear that. So I finally just used 2 layers to do the whole coloring on this one. It's not like I didn't know about layers beforehand. It's just, when you get into the habit of doing something a certain way, it can get hard to break. And then it was a lot of, because the bucket tool, especially on this app, does not at all work very well. Then you gotta color and color and color all these little icky lickies, and then you gotta redo half the line art because then you go over and, I mostly do digital art and Animal Jam because then I can have MPs. But then it's so much back and forth and back and forth. So I think I'm going to start using layers more. I've been using them to separate backgrounds to do certain shadings, but I think maybe I'm going to start doing them heavier, doing all my coloring maybe on a second layer, because it makes it a lot harder and you have to redo a lot and makes the process longer. And it can sometimes lead to sloppy little mistakes that I don't notice until I've already made it, and then I'm sitting there about to scream because there's a little mistake, and it's ruining this MP, but I'm not spending more sapphires on it because. So I'm going to hopefully start using these layers, and hopefully I won't forget in 5 seconds. So there was probably an easier way to do this shadow, but I did it this way, and I suffered for it. And I've known about, coloring on layers and all that for the longest time, but I didn't do it for some reason, which led to a lot of excess suffering, especially since I do most of my digital art and Animal Jam, so I can have MPs and stuff. And then I would make the MP and not notice all these little mistakes till afterwards, and then I'd be about to scream, and I just had to deal with it. Not so much my newer ones, because I sit for 5 or 10 extra minutes usually now to make sure there's no mistakes on it. I did not spend as much time looking for mistakes on this one. It looked pretty good. It looked complete. So I think he's cute. I had fun drawing him. Like I said, maybe I'll do the other two in the future. And if you have any name ideas or anything, I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye, and have a great day or night.